Is there really anything to say? More Monogatari, a new arc, the last one of season 2, and it's about Kanbaru. Not that I'm happy about that or anything. But let's see exactly what's in store, because we have seen alternate versions of Hitagi, Hanakawa, for a brief moment, Hachikuchi, and Sengoku. So, yeah. So let's see if they give us the same treatment with her. I think I got some of that sentence. That seems like a bad life lesson. Okay, so her mother is instilling her with self-doubt right from the bat. I'm not in... I'm not really in a place to make a comment on his decision there, but... I can agree with that sentiment, though. So her mother was of the Gain bloodline. And she sleeps with strapping her arm to the wall. I guess that's safest, I guess, yeah. Maybe she should have something more permanent than just using tape all the time. And the fact that she can restrict her arm when it looks like that and get it back to relatively normal. Long hair, Kanbaru. Now you've got just a section of hair that is clipped. Because she can't decide, and she wants everything. Ah, okay. Is that foreshadowing? That's why you were using scissors. It's good to see, yeah, that Araragi's help at tidying it all up was wasted. Considering the going back to school and the change of appearance and whatnot, I'm guessing that, yeah, she's gone up to the next year. I might have missed something that actually just told me that, but who's that? Yeah, who's the angry brunette? The duality of this song. Does she get rid of the monkey paw? Or is this just for the intro? Or is it like a hope for the future kind of thing? That was some bad feedback. That's why I was confused for a second. Yeah. I gathered. Ah. So that's what the day is. Fine, I don't care at this point. Everything about that character is a... I've forgotten the word I was going to use, but... Basically, it's a fancy word of saying mystery. I have to look that up after this, if I remember. Well, the Japanese way of thinking about things is funny. Especially when you're from, like, different cultures. When you look at things. What are you up to? What are you kicking off this time? An interesting thing to bring up. And of course, this is the one she sits at. She has found her desk, which is what she is claiming. I don't know how I feel about the nickname there, but... I wonder if they're kind of scholarships and stuff. I don't believe there is in England, but because it was something put in place by some enigma. That doesn't sound dodgy at all. Not for sure, but it does sound like the other thing you've already sorted with your arm. Your problems can be solved, but not without a significant cost. Huh. So basically it can fix minor complaints. Well, devils love to make deals, so what is... Is it the one that we've met in the intro? Because as far as we know, Kanbaru hasn't been referring to herself as a devil or trying to help people with their problems. And the insistence on for sure there. Okay. Yay! Eco-friendly. So their fight for justice has cooled off slightly. Was she confused and entertained by that question? The easy way, the normal way, and the hard way. So, let's skip all the others and go straight to the hard. Yeah, and like, it couldn't have gotten taken off by the wind or binned by someone that thought it was trash. So basically phone anyone. Seeing them in person. But it was getting more and more personal each time, so. This whole thing is vague as hell. Because it's the least personal, the least effort. Two by phone, one by... Yeah. And how many people have tried contacting you? Nope, the temp just gives up. I thought it would be too high of a percentage if it was 1 in 10. So this devil has an issue with her leg. So she already knows of her. And it seems vice versa. It seems Kanbaru knows a lot of people through basketball. That kind of relationship, wasn't it? Her left hand and her left leg. Might not be that they're weak to the injuries, it's just they get more press when they get taken down. She definitely got the worst deal out of the two. At least Kanbaru has managed to kind of contain it and continue school. I'm sure there are jobs you can have with an injured leg. So what are you doing it for? Free is relative. Yeah, I'd like to know. So far you're a... Those stairs don't lead anywhere. Like a therapist at the minute. Or a bartender. Hmm. Is it by listening to everyone else's issues that she won't befall the same mistakes? People also have a bad life, yes. That is a strange reason to help people, but I kind of understand the reasoning. But I wonder what that says about me. Okay, that one is a bit harder to empathise with. She can't punch her without getting closer. I guess counsellor works. Is she going to attack back? Though there are issues that you can just go to the police about, she doesn't deal with. Turns them down. So she's like a discount Kaiki, and not as standoffish, maybe. And by listening, people can obviously, well, I say obviously, can sometimes work through their issues by themselves. And just by having people get things off their chest, it's cathartic. Okay. Okay. Probably the same reason why people fall into the pitfalls of all the other BS that's around. They attribute when things work out. That, that fortune was correct. Oh, the astrology readings were right. Why is she being buried in salt? Hmm. 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 This is a completely different outlook on how to deal with problems than someone else. I can't remember who it was though. But it's the same way that Nadeko was looking at it, isn't it? It's just ignore it and things will go away. Oh, she's still got hold. Take a handful herself. In that respect by itself, sure, she's not really. If she was just going to continue stepping backwards and leave whilst continuously facing her. Yeah, and just like everyone else, the thing that she was worried about was solved just by talking as well. Yeah, you don't have to use tape. Use a restraint of some kind. Waiting for a response. Okay, that I can kind of agree with. Sometimes focusing on what can and might go wrong is worse than actually everything else. Oh, nail clippers. Yes. Did that Sir Devil actually have something to do with it? Because I don't think that Kanbaru had any profound moment to have her let go of all the issues and emotions that she had about the arm and in the past. I'm trying to figure out the characters, the stylized characters. Not sure about that dance though. But of course, that interaction that they had on the roof was. I'd like to say that's not how all business deals go down, but I don't have enough data, and I've seen the news recently. But I do like Kanbaru with longer hair. I'm not sure on how she's styled it with the twin tails, but I'm glad that Kanbaru didn't change so much that she didn't have to cause a little trouble by sending that text through. She loves playing around and being a bit frisky with words, don't she? And while I agree, overall, what the Sir Devil is doing isn't inherently dangerous or negative. It's mostly people working through their own problems, and then she takes credit for it. On the surface. Of course, there are darker motives where she just loves it, revels in the fact that other people are suffering. She doesn't cause the suffering, so is that so bad? The inevitable inclusion of Ogi and his whatever. At this point, it's the epitome of darkness, so who cares? Inclusion into basically everything and the start of all issues that anyone has had in the past few arcs. But one thing I will say, for the final arc of Monogatari Season 2, this has been interesting even if it hasn't been anything, because it's focusing around a character that we didn't really have much interaction with at all throughout basically all of Season 2. We're introduced to another character who is somewhat interesting, and there is an element of mystery and darkness behind the character, but it's not pantomime evil. But most importantly, right at the end, we got rid of a huge part of her character story. The whole thing with her arm. Now, unless it's done something like what is it? equivalent exchange, and it's now her legs that are now monkey. We've got a few more episodes of this to get through. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it, because I don't know how much cross interaction we're going to get with other characters and other little storylines, because my memory with time and the Monogatari series is completely out of whack, so maybe you'll know better than me. But most of all, I hope you're enjoying it, and if you are, please let me know. Please keep the channel going by showing your appreciation. Every little interaction you have not only helps my sense of worth, but also shows YouTube to back off a little and stop being so mean. So ultimately, I want all of you out there to continue being so awesome. Stick around for more Monogatari. Get some rest, and I'll see you in the next one.